All right, guys, how do you feel with the holiday season coming upon you and you're a newly divorced dad and you are probably not going to see your kids? Are you arguing with your now or soon to be ex about who's going to have custody, who's going to pick the kid up, who's going to drop the kid off, who's going to get the holiday, who's going to buy something for the kids? She wants to spend so much, you don't want to spend that? If that's you, this is the show that we have for you today. So what's going on, everybody? It's the Iron Father. I am here with my man Derek. Derek, how you doing today, brother?
Hey, good day, man. Holidays. Coming to get some relaxation in.
I hope so, but man, that's what we're going to talk about today because for a lot of newly divorced dads, it's not going to be really relaxing. I think a lot of these brothers are going to be hurting. I think a lot of them might be down. And, I'll say the reason why I wanted to do this show is because one of the guys that gave me terrific divorce advice when I was in the midst of filing, and he said, Dev, when this is done, probably that first holiday is going to be the worst holiday you're going to have. And he said, you're going to look around the house and you're going to say, you what's that?
I said, getting acclimation.
Yes, you're alone. And usually it's the first time you spend holidays alone. Now, I'm going to say, for me, I'm not a holiday person. That's why the Jehovah's Witnesses love me because they think I'm one. Because I'm like, I don't care about Thanksgiving, Christmas, 4th of July, Memorial. I don't care about none of those because I get to that later. I celebrated my own holidays with my family. However, I still have to say, and I get into my stuff a little bit later, it was a change being, I'm going to say, left out of the holidays. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I hope you all like and subscribe. If this is something that resonates with you, share it to maybe a dude that you know that's going through a divorce or maybe struggling with this, because as we're about to look at, a lot of guys don't even talk about it. So let me share my screen here, Derek, and let's look at the first video. For some of these, I'm not going to play the music because these guys had music going on and I don't want to get a copyright. But let's just look at what this dad had to say in his, see if he has music. Yep. Struggles of watching everyone enjoy the holiday with family. Knowing I'm spending another one alone. The holidays are always a struggle when all you wanted was a happy family. That's the truth. And then we have this guy here. And this dude, again, I think he had some music, so I'm not going to play it. It's only 15 seconds. Nothing can prepare you for how lonely Christmas is as a single dad when your kids are away at their moms. It's a silence that comes with the circumstance and with no warning signs. It's a weight you carry alone. And then this guy, I think I can play this one. And I think he really summarized it really well for those of us, depending on no matter what age your kids are.
Here's the difference with holidays. A single dad with little kids versus a single dad with older kids. When you're a single dad with little kids on holidays, the majority of the time you don't see them, so you spend those holidays alone. When you're the single dad of older kids like myself, you usually spend a holiday alone as well, except you get to pick them up, drop them off different places to hang out with their friends and go the things they didn't have invited to. So those are the differences.
So let me ask, Derek, in your experience.
Yes, sir.
In your experience, let's do like we always do. Let's start out at the 30,000 foot level and then bring it on down. Initially, what are your thoughts on how it is for dads when they are divorced and it's now holiday season?
I mean, you said it first. It's that first time, even maybe the first two, right? Is because you think you may come up with the idea that it's going to change afterwards, but that first one is hard. You've gotten into a routine, or you've gotten into being accustomed to having family around, and now is you solo 100%. The holidays hit different. They really hit different. I know for me, I think last year was the first time I put up a Christmas tree or any kind of decorations in probably 10 years, you know? And it's just me. I don't need to decorate for me. I'm good. It's holiday is another day for me. So
why did you decide to do it then?
You know, when you with other people and they talk about, well, you know, you should get a tree. You should. Somebody gifted me a tree. I was like, well, you know what? I can put it up. It's small. It's one of them kind of like them umbrella ones. Okay. It's one that'll fit on your island, your kitchen island. You pull it out the box. Boom.
Right.
That
no
light,
gifts
all you
going
do is
up under
plug it
there.
up. Right. It's good. It's a little festive. Okay, I can get with that. Maybe I can build on it later. I mean, even when I was single before, but didn't have a family, I did it up, even for myself. I used to have lights all over the place. I mean, instead of having night lights and all this, I had Christmas lights up. Red lights turning to blue. Oh yeah, it was nice. I just stopped doing it. Just you get into a different mindset when you no longer have, because holidays are typically for family. And when your family has been reduced, eliminated, done whatever you want to call it, and it's just you, it's not the same. And you get accustomed to it being just a regular old day. You know, if somebody want to do something, let's do it.
Do you recall how the first holiday was for you post-divorce with kids?
Well, my kid's situation was different. I think I've mentioned this a few times on some of these episodes, such that I was married and she had 4 kids and I had 2. We didn't have any together. So we had a massive Brady Bunch. I don't know if anybody remember the Brady Bunch, but on this, whoever listening. But
we over 50. They better know the Brady Bunch. That's our core demographic.
Good point. So that blended family was definitely there. So it was 8 of us in the household, and reducing that down to 1. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, talking about a level of depression. That's why when we talk about these things, the reality is, yeah, we've been through it. I mean, it took me 2 years to go through that. And it was, I don't even remember. It was like a blackout period for me. I run across people. Hey, yeah, you know, I appreciate when we went out. But I was like, we went out. I don't even know who you are. I mean, it was that much of a depression for me that it was just a dark hole. And I mean, when you go through that, and especially when the kids are not yours, for me, it was literally a mourning. You know, I was mourning the 4 kids and the wife, if you will. But you know, you get over the wife because that's just the reality. But when you have the kids, it's not even yours. You know. Yeah, that's different. That's why I would just suggest to anybody, be careful of them stepkids. They're not yours.
It's so funny you mentioned that, because just today we had a comment on one of the roundtable videos that I put on TikTok, and a guy said that it was one of the snippets that we made when we did our breakdown. Y'all definitely check out the show where we broke down this custody exchange that really did not look very well for one guy. And it was a snippet of that. And a guy made some kind of remark, because in that we were talking about how hard it is. Sometimes you just got to tell the kids, peace, come talk to me when we get done with all this drama. And he said something like, and it's even worse with stepkids. So, you know, and I've heard the same thing even with my son on some of the struggles of him being a so-called stepdad and the struggles of going through that. So that's definitely a good point for all you guys out there that even have stepchildren that, you know, I certainly never thought about, because all of mine, I dealt with more of the feeling isolated because they were my biological children and I never cared about holidays, but I quickly got excluded from the family festivities. So for me, the first one, actually the last year was the first one, and it really wasn't that bad. It was just me and my son. And so quick background on how I roll on the holidays. The whole time my kids were growing up, because I started this back in the 90s, I got out of being a Christmas celebrator. And that was, you know, like I said, most people thought it was for religious purposes. It was actually the exact opposite. It was because of religion and what I saw Western Christianity endorse this white Jesus. And I'm like, this is all backwards. Jesus wasn't born in December. If anything, the estimate is that he was born in March. And working in retail, when I first started working, I saw how nasty people were. It was Christmas time that we had to worry about the most thefts. People were their worst in behavior. And then, as my boy Rob used to say, as a social worker, and he worked for Child Protective Services for a while, he said, Dev, I hate when it's Christmas time because that is when the families get together and all the drama breaks out. So I realized, look, what is this all about besides buying gifts and stressing out? So when that first credit card bill comes in January, now you know how we do. Man, I got to file them taxes, get that tax return. So I had already started checking out, and my kids, they always knew it. But what I did was we celebrated and had our own holidays. So if it was someone in our family, like my parents' birthday, my friend's birthday, I mentioned Robert. Robert played a very pivotal role in the lives of my kids. So Robert's birthday, and later on, he actually passed away not long after his birthday. So we had the day, it was Rob Day. So we created our own holidays. So my kids always knew I played along just to get along. My ex-wife liked cooking for the holidays. She was a great cook. So she loved cooking on Thanksgiving and on Christmas. So, I wasn't going to be complete bah humbug. My kids got Christmas presents and things like that. But man, it felt good last year to not have to worry about that. And this year, I really don't have to worry about it because even my 21-year-old has moved out. But I got to say, it was the year before. That's where it hit hard.